If you're watching this video, you've most likely noticed that my first impressions video for Millennium Tour Elf has been taken down and replaced with this video. The reason for this is due to the fact that it didn't meet the quality standards that I set for myself when creating these videos. I focused way too much on trying not to insult the developers who worked hard on this game that I cut out too many of my points and put it out there into the world, which ultimately may have done exactly what I tried to avoid: insult the developers, as it didn't contain any of the reasons why I felt the way that I felt. So this video will focus on explaining how I feel about the game and why I feel this way. Just in case you didn't see the previous video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown as to what Millennium Tour Elf is. Millennium Tour Elf is a 3D turn-based RPG centered around witches and souls. The souls are the characters that you pull in the gacha in order to give these witches more abilities in battle. The combat system is centered around the customization of taking the elemental abilities of the souls pulled in the gacha in order to combat against their elemental counterparts on the battlefield. While these combat sequences do contain high quality character designs and abilities, the actual gameplay was lacking. The reason being is that it felt like if you've played one of these games, then you've played them all, and that's not a good feeling to have when introducing yourself to a new game in the genre. I feel that the entirety of this game has been done many times before in many different competitors. What I should have said is that it may have been intentional, as the game may be focused on its visual novel storytelling, which would make sense in order to pull players in and make them feel the attachment to the characters and souls that they were pulling for. The game contains beautifully crafted live 2D scenes within its story, but the gameplay itself just feels dated from 2020 or 2021, which was the point I attempted to make when describing how the game went silent in late 2021, remained silent throughout 2022, giving reason to believe that the game was canceled, just to reappear in 2023 with permission to release in China as well as a beta test. I just didn't do a good job at explaining that clearly. When a game goes dark for so long, you expect the developers to use that time to make the game stand out. I'll put it this way: when you're developing a turn-based game, you have to think about what you can do to make this game stand out from all the competition. Why would someone play this game over the various other options on the marketplace, especially when a major contender is coming out in only a month? After an entire year of silence, the combat just feels like it's missing what would keep me from personally coming back to the game. This doesn't mean that everyone will feel the same way, but I really do feel like this game will have a small hype period and then fall off due to the direction taken, which led me to say that this would be one of those games that would need PvP to keep the audience playing the game, beyond just the story itself. The story might be excellent, but what would keep players playing after they've completed that story? I fear that this may end up being just another dead turn-based RPG that could have been great. And I know that's a horrible thing to say, but that's actually how I feel about this game. However, regardless if you agree with me or not, this is my opinion of Millennium Tour Elf. A visually pleasing, stage-by-stage turn-based RPG that really doesn't do anything different from all the other games, resulting in a boring gameplay loop that many have already done through other games in the genre. This is speaking about gameplay alone. The story may turn out to be nutty, but I'll leave that for you to judge on your own. Have a wonderful day, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay chaotic. Peace out, everyone.